Speaking of which, what's the deal? They had a protest here in New York City. It was evidently yesterday was Go Topless Day. It said protesters went over the top for the right to bare breasts. Almost 36 activists strutted through Columbus Circle yesterday on National Go Topless Day. Similar demonstrations were held across the country demanding that lawmakers trash codes against female toplessness. I don't know why they want to fucking do that, but, more power to them. I guess the good-looking ones. That's how I would ease into that law. You got to demonstrate that your titties should be shown. The same way when you see a guy walking around with man tits and you're like, put a shirt on, right? I think you should earn being topless. How about that? I sound like a dictator, but if I was one, that's how I would run my country. You got to earn it. All right? If you're a guy, you got to be jacked. And if you're a woman, your tits have to still be excited about life. They can't be those beaten down tits staring at your toes. What's interesting is in a lot of third world countries, women walking around with their titties hanging out is no big deal. It's not they don't give a shit. So I was just wondering, as men here in the States, and are we turned on by titties just because we've, I think that's what it is. You know what? That's exactly what the fuck it is. Because those old school chicks, the Mary Tyler Moores with their goddamn skirts below their knee. Do you know, if every girl was walking around with skirts below their knee your whole fucking life, and then one day some girl comes walking by and her skirt is above her knee, I swear to God, you're going to get a semi. You're like, holy shit, I can see your knees. Women, don't do that with titties. Can we still be excited to see your fucking titties? Isn't it enough? Don't you get enough in this country? You get to run your fucking yaps all goddamn day long, be as rude and as inconsiderate as humanly fucking possible, and no one can slap you in the face. We can't do it anymore. So there you are, yapping. Right? You get divorced, you get to take a guy for all he's fucking worth, and they'd be, I'm just a girl, I can't work. Work for me. I'm used to a certain lifestyle. Isn't that enough? Now you're going to, you've joined all our fucking men's clubs. We can't even get away from you. And one of the few pleasures we have left in life is the excitement of seeing a pair of tits. Talking our way into seeing a pair of fucking tits, right? Couple of blue moons and a Belvedere or some shit. You get her to do it, and now you're going to take that away by just walking around with your goddamn titties hanging out. What would Audrey Hepburn say? What the fuck would she say? Is that the right one? That Breakfast at Tiffany's chick? I use that fucking expression, that reference, and I've never seen that movie. I've just seen pictures of it, and I think that girl is, she's a class act. Unlike all you filthy whores nowadays, with your hoary little Kardashian shoes, with the fucking Paris Hilton jizz on my face straps, and the Madonna hoary fishnets. I know a lot of you guys, because Madonna is like 63 at this point, has been living in England for 20 years. You actually think that she's some highfalutin. She's the daughter of a trucker from Michigan. Don't ever forget that, all right? And she's not fooling me with her goddamn accent. Jesus, why am I trashing Madonna so fucking bad?
All right, I actually have one question here. I usually don't read questions on the Thursday afternoon podcast. All right, Tom Steele. Yo, Billy Ginger Tits. Yes, I did enjoy the 2-hour podcast, but you're wrong about one thing. It's not illegal for women to show their titties or even go topless in most of the United States. I didn't know that. In fact, 33 states have laws specifically allowing it. However, certain towns, cities, and municipal areas within each of these states prohibits the practice, citing disturbing the peace as a misdemeanor as interpreted by law enforcement, sometimes incorrectly. If you're digging it, okay, this is the deal, dude. Like, I guess, in Africa and some of these other countries, they walk around with their titties out. I guess people don't give a shit about it. It's like not a big deal. They get used to it, like seeing a woman's legs or whatever. If women want to do this shit, I've come full circle. Fuck it. You want to walk around with your goddamn titties out? I don't know why you'd want to. I got to be honest with you. Most men should not be walking around with their shirt off. Like, there should be a rule. Okay, you want to have your shirt off. Either you're at the beach, you're in your own backyard, or you're working on a chain gang, fucking digging a trench on the side of the road. Okay, if you're actually working for a fucking living, you want to take your goddamn shirt off and risk skin cancer, by all means do it. Okay, believe me, there's a lot of guys with their shirts out there that got bigger tits than most of the women out there. So I just think it's a funny thing that, like, I just don't understand why women were just like, why can't we do it? They just have that maybe because it's the position they are in society, the way men kept them down for so fucking long, that every last fucking thing that we do, they want to do, regardless of how fucking stupid it is. You know what I mean? Who the fuck wants to walk around with their shirt off? Matthew McConaughey, people like that, people in like P90X shape, like walking around without their shirt on, which makes sense. You did the work. God bless you. I've never had a desire to walk around with my fucking shirt off. Yeah, why would you be especially past a certain age, you got to start covering up. 48 fucking years old. You don't want to see a half-naked anything. There's a few out there. Madonna kept herself in great shape. You know what I mean? There's a few people out there. They've kept themselves, and in phenomenal shape. They can take their fucking shirts off. But for the most part, most people by 23, 24, by all means, man or woman, keep the fucking shirt on. I don't know. That's just one of those things. I don't know. I mean, it's like listening to somebody complain about the island in their kitchen. It's just like, don't you have anything better to focus on? All right. The hypocrite continues. So I guess, let's see. Claiming equal topless rights for men and women. Go topless. There's something here. Go Topless claims that women have the same constitutional right that men have to go bare-chested in public. I really disagree with that. To try to say, like, our titties are the same as your titties, my titties can't get me a round of drinks. You know what I mean? If I show half a fucking man peck here, that doesn't get me anything. Or maybe I'm just in the wrong bars. Maybe I need to go into a gay bar there. Dude, that's a great YouTube video. Go into a gay bar and dress like a man whore and see how long you can drink for free. That would be fucking hilarious. Then at the end of the night, the guy's like, hey, man, so you want to get out of here? Be like, yeah, but I'm not going home with you. And be like, dude, what the fuck? I bought you all those drinks. Be like, yeah, well, I'm straight. Well, what the fuck are you doing here? I wanted to drink for free. Then he goes to swing at you. You just go, no means no. Right? And you get out of there. Drinking a bunch of Budweisers.